Byte, welcome back to a villager dungeon nightmare platformer game series in Godot. In this episode, I'm going to be showing you how to add lives to a game. Like in Minecraft, I'm going to be using hearts to show how many lives the villager has left. You can choose however many lives the villager has at max, and you don't have to use hearts to show it, but I've decided that my villager is going to have a maximum of 3 hearts. And so I have my pictures of 3 hearts, 2 hearts, 1 heart, and lastly 0 hearts. To make sure that these hearts stay with the villager as it travels across the map, I'm going to be using a canvas layer like we did in level 1. However, since these hearts aren't text, instead of a label, I'm going to be using an animated sprite underneath the canvas layer. I'm going to hop into Godot and show you why. Alright, I'm back inside Godot. First things first, I need to add in the canvas layer to my root node. So, search up canvas layer. I'm going to rename it to HUD for heads up display. Next up is the animated sprite. I'm going to rename it to lives because that's what it represents. Now to add in the sprite frames, over into the inspector, use sprite frames, open up the animation dock. Because I've been renaming everything, I'm going to rename this to lives as well. Now to add in the hearts, I'm going to add in these in order. Why? It's because each of these heart pictures are individual frames of this animation, and their frame number is right underneath it. So frame 0 is for 0 hearts, and frame 1 is for 1 heart, frame 2 is for 2, and 3 for 3. In the code, I can set the frame number of this animation depending on the lives, and because I put these in order, I don't need to keep looking back. Alright, before I forget, I'm going to drag in these hearts into my display window to make sure they all show up. You can put these hearts anywhere you want in this display window, but I'm going to keep it in the top right. These hearts are a little bit too big for me though, so another way to resize it is to go into the inspector, under node 2D, open up transform. I'm going to change the scale to something smaller than 1. I'm going to do it to 0.7 for both X and Y to preserve the original ratio. Drag it back into the top right hand corner. And now I can go into the villager script to code in the set frames. I need to create a variable to store the number of lives that the villager has. And I'm going to set it to initially 3 at the very beginning, because I want my villager to start off at its max lives, which is 3 for me. You can change 3 to the max lives of your villager. Alright, I'm going to go all the way down here to write in the code that shows the correct number of lives in the HUD. And for that, we're going to be using if statements. So, if the number of lives that the villager has is equal to 3, then set the frame of the animated sprite that's under the HUD, which I called lives, to 3. If you did forget what frame number it is, you can just check back into the animation dock, which for me, conveniently, is still down over here. And look at that, 3 for 3, I am right. Now, if the villager doesn't have 3 lives left, well then, does it have 2 lives left? And for that, I need the else if, aka elif lives is equal to 2. Then I'm going to set the frame of the lives animated sprite to 2. It's going to be the same for 1 heart and 0 hearts. So I'm just going to copy these 2 lines, Control C, and then Control V to paste. That's for 1 and 1 more for 0. Okay, don't forget to change the numbers in the elif statements and the frame numbers. So elif the lives is equal to 1, set the frame number to 1, and elif the lives is equal to 0, set the frame to 0. Alright, now when we test this edited scene, and here are my hearts. And if I move the villager around on the map, they follow me and stay in the same place. Alright, now that the villager has lives, we have to make it be able to lose lives and gain lives. So make sure to check out the next few videos and subscribe to the channel. And as always, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.